Hey guys, it's me again, another video out. If you haven't seen what my update video, probably should go watch that. Um, I'm doing another one because even after all is said, I have a little bit of free time, and I thought, you know, probably a lot of people don't really care to know, but I thought, it would be interesting to see, um, you know, what I do when I try to make my songs. So I have a lot, as you can see. Um, I have a lot of songs that I don't work on, a lot of songs that most of these songs on here as of right now are songs that um, that I've liked and I've done them, and if they were done a long time ago, went back by now and I've added things to them or left them be and maybe edit them a little bit and just, you know, tested some things, Lovely Grotto, Only Four Monsters. I forgot what I called that, but those two were like, oh, here's a challenge of me trying to make a song with only 4 or 5 monsters. Lovely Grotto was one where, I challenged myself to just use only five. This one was four, same thing. And I know a lot of people they like to put a lot of time and hard work into their songs. And don't get me wrong, I do that too. But the thing is, what I do, how I start off a song for a lot of my songs is here it goes. Let's do it. But anyways, what I like to do is I just like to just find something that sounds good, really. Um, So like Gas's ringtone, I was like, let's make when I was making this one, right? I was like, let's make a sound, or let's make a little short jingle, as I call them now. Let's make them, let's make it sound like a ringtone. And I was like, you know what? Why don't we make this Gas ringtone? Because guess what? Gas is our main person. Who's just our main thing that's playing music. And I was just like, that sounds good. Let's use that. And then whatever. I might later go back and make this into a full song because I do like, how this plays. And I think it has potential to be a song, but I don't really have the time to do that. I mean, I have some free time right now, but I'm just um, recording this right now just to like kind of show you like how I make a song. Not really here to like do like a full walkthrough of how I make, like here's me make. I mean, that's kind of what I'm doing, but like, like kind of like shorter, I guess. So let's just go try and make a new song. What tempo do I want it? Lately I've been feeling, wanting to do a 180 tempo, and I just kind of whatever. I just kind of do whatever like I feel like doing. I was like, oh, you know what? This time I'll do 180. Another time I'll do 120 or whatever. But a lot of times I'll do I don't know. I don't know much about the time signatures to be honest. But most of the times I do 4/4, whatever that means, or 8/4. It's usually like this. I think for like Deja Jitsu it was 6, if I'm correct. It was either 6 or maybe 6 or 3. No, they'd be the same kind of. But yeah. So usually when I want to start a song, I just find like, what do I want to, what do I want to play in the song? Do I want this flute? Because Reedling's like a recorder or flute, I think. Do I want whatever this is? Do I want to use piano? What do I want to use? Do I want to use DH, the rare one? Do I want a guitar or whatever? And I just, whatever sounds good to me right now. Sometimes I'll get a little song stuck in my head, and I'm like, oh yeah, let's try and put that down onto, you know, paper, I guess you could say, except it's not paper, but Um, and a lot of times I'll just, well, for a lot of the songs that I've been able to think of, like really good ones, I just can't seem to put them down on paper because for me it's really hard to kind of remake what I can, like, if I think of a song, it's hard for me to, like, try and put it into, like, words or whatever, as you would say, but except song. And so a lot of times what I end up doing, I try to make that song like that, but instead it just ends up being something else, which is, sometimes just totally okay. And I know a lot of times you'll see Mammoth in a lot of mine because usually that's what I'll start off with. I'll just go like bum bum. He's like the bass a lot of times. Rare riff will be there a lot of times too. Um, I don't use that sound a lot because it's very loud. I don't use geode a lot because it's very loud. Um, I don't use dipsters a lot because they just go dip, and you have to put like have several of them in a several note
Dip, 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 dip.
like that to make them sound good. But I don't. That's the reason I like the longer notes and better sounding ones like frog or frog. I always called it frog. It is a frog
Wow,
because that just sounds so much better than like a dip. And so I don't know what sounds good. Maybe
wow,
do like
wow,
let's see how that.
wow.
See, I barely did anything, and I've already filmed like this cool beat already.
Wow, 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 wow.
Wow, 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 wow. See, it sounds all right.
Wow, 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 wow.
And see, and after that, I just kind of go from there. The song kind of just builds off from whatever, just sounds good. And, well, this song's going to be based on that now because this sounds good. And so a lot of times, copy, paste. There's a lot of copy and pasting when I do this. And it's so time consuming. I hate it a lot of times, but you gotta do a song, you gotta do that. So there's a lot of this that happens. I just do a lot of this. This is mainly what happens. This is what takes up a lot of time, me copying and pasting these parts. Coming up with the parts. Pretty easy, pretty simple. Because I just kind of do that, just kind of roll with it. But, so it takes me like only a hot minute, like, oh, this sounds good, yeah, this works well with this. And then there's like other monsters that I'll try and put in. Sometimes they don't fit there, they don't sound like they fit with the song, so I don't have them in the song. I mean, it's pretty simple. And so sometimes when I just make something, just top of my head, and like literally you saw me, I just did this,
Wow, wow,
this,
wow,
and
wow.
this. And now I've got like the first part of a song, see?
Wow, 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 wow.
And maybe what I want to do sometimes is make the next part
Wow,
lower,
wow,
like this.
wow, 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 wow,
And
wow.
sometimes it'll have a little oomph, like that.
Wow, 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 wow,
I don't know if that part works.
wow,
Let's put it back. I kind of like
wow.
that better. I kind of like that better than what we had.
Wow, 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 wow.
And see that that's like kind of like the first part of the song, and I just kind of build off from that. There's really to how I make music. There's not really much to it. To how I make it. It's just whatever I just click, and I'm using BlueStacks as if you didn't already know. I'm not on my phone or whatever when I'm making this. There are a few that I've made on my phone and that I have uploaded, but I don't do it often because there's some okay songs on there. A lot of them are okay or below average, but there are some really good ones like Deja Jitsu. That was one I uploaded on my phone. There are some other ones, but you can tell because it has like you can see like the sidebar on the right, and so you can tell that I've uploaded it on my phone. And you see, you got yourself, first part of your song right there. And concerning what I name the song, usually I do that towards the end. But if I have a strong idea as to where this song is going, like I know where this is going, I know what I'm doing. I'm not just doing something random. Like for example, what was it? Here, let's do this real quick. I like to do this so it saves because it does that. See, there you go, fog. A little laggy because yeah, that's how it is sometimes. But like with where is it? Not Molten Water Park. Uh, Molten Factory. See this one. When I started putting chorister down and having notes like this, I knew where I was going with that. I knew it was gonna be when I had that. I was like, this sounds like a factory you'd be working at. And so some of my songs are themed like that. A lot of the times they are themed when the song is just about finished or is already finished because I usually like to name the songs once they're done. Unless, like in case of Molten Factory, I know where the song is going, I know how it's gonna work, you know? And I can say that that's what this song will sound like. This sounds like a factory song. I'm naming this it's first called Factory. I have another one that I've yet to finish on my phone that's also a factory like song, and I already knew that. And because I had made a factory song on my phone, I was like, you know what, let's try and do another one on here, kind of like it. So that's what happened. I used Chorister. I was like, yep, made a factory song. And so I just kind of went with that, and that's how that goes. Well, concerning other songs like Dark Lullaby Jingle, if you haven't heard it, go listen to it. I was like, this sounds like a lullaby. Why don't we call it lullaby? And that was like one of my old songs that I hadn't tried to fix up in a while and make into a real song. And I went back to it, was like, I don't know if this can be a full song, but I can use what's here as a short jingle, as I'm calling it now. In Ethereal Void, I actually really liked Ethereal Void. I used very few monsters and it sounded really good. And I was going into it, was like, let's use Ghast and let's try and experiment with it. Let's try and make maybe an ethereal sort of vibe like this. Just use really long notes. Have one you have two separate parts. You have the long notes. You have this long note here, and then you have these upper notes up here that play more of the actual beat part. This is more like the background, sort of this long note's like the bass, you could say. And so that was me experimenting with that. And then obviously, as you saw, this is the one I just popped into my head. And so for these random songs, when I do something like this, for this one, usually I wait till the very end to try and name the songs because the direction sometimes, the direction of the songs I make can change. And I think, that may happen, that probably doesn't happen to a lot of people because a lot of people, when they're making a song, they know what they're going for, they know what they're doing, they know what type of song they're going to make. For me, it's well, maybe I don't like this, maybe we try something different, maybe we make the song into something else. And so that's why I wait till the end to name the songs. And a lot of times, a lot of the non-monster themed songs, except for no, Bellfish is not an exception, except for what is it? Doujia Jitsu. That one was the first theme song, but it wasn't themed because oh, I'm gonna get more views on it. I didn't Bellfish was kind of I was oh, when I name songs after specific monsters that are kind of popular, they get more views. And I'm not necessarily concerned about views, but it'd be nice if I get more subscribers, more people watching, you know? But, and so after, like, I made, like, Vocodex's Void, I was like, yeah, this is what I should do, because I got a good bit amount of views on it, because normally I'll get, like, what, average of 5 views on, like, my song videos. And so, originally, before all that, I would just, after I finished a song, I was just like, maybe this song sounds like a swampish area. We'll call this da-da-da swamp, da-da-da-da, and whatever. Or, this beat sounds like, it sounds like, what you would, I don't know, what you would, walk to, or something you would hear when you're in such place, And so that's how I go about naming my songs. I just like, just whatever the song feels like its theme kind of is. I'm just kind of like, this kind of feels like it can be a swamp, whatever. And so I just kind of go off of that once the song ends. But obviously, there's other moments when it's not like that. So, um, I think that's pretty much it. I mean, I can continue working on this song with recording on. I'll just have y'all watch me. I guess. Um, we could try to make a beat. It's really the same thing for a beat, honestly. It's just like, maybe let's go like maybe something like that, or maybe it's like or something like that, and I just like whatever beat I think fits with whatever's going on in the song at the moment, that works. Lately I've been trying to experiment with Rare Noggin, because he's an interesting sound. He's not, he's very interesting, so he can make these very interesting noises, I like to think. I've tried doing things with Rare Drumbler. I really want to like have him as a beat, but it's really hard because he's not as loud as, like, let's say Shelby, Deej, and Rebro. And I know a lot of times I use Dragong at the end of a song, because when I stop the recording, I want to have, like, I don't want to have to instantly, like, oh, I gotta do this real quick, press this button real quick. So I like to have Dragong there, so I have a little time to press the stop recording button when I'm recording a video, since I use OBS. And so, a lot of times I'll use, like, Rare Tarox, Shelby, and Repro for, like, the beats. Occasionally, I haven't used Congle in a while, or Scups. Scups is kind of hard, because it's just kind of like that, and it's hard to, like, have Suction Cup in every one of your songs. Kind of sounds a little out there. Same thing kind of goes for Rare Scups. He's a little bit different. But the ones I do like using, Rare Thumpies, because they sound like I just like their sound a lot. It's like that old beach drums or something like that, and I really like that. Now we're just kind of talking about what my favorite monsters are. Rare Pango, he's an interesting case. He's a weird instrument. I wouldn't say he's necessarily interesting as, like, how Rare Noggin is, because he's got, like, 4 different types of sounds. As Bango, he just got the low. He's just got 2 different sounds at different pitches, and he's really loud, and I don't really like that about Rare Bango. So I guess I can try and experiment with Rare Noggin here. Nope. Maybe. Nah. I haven't used that sound in a while. So we got. Dun. Dun, dun, dun. Oh. I wish it would go higher. I wish it wasn't just this, and this. I wish it would go higher, because then I would be able to like really do something with it. But nope, Rare Noggin just has that. Wait, let's use it. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. I never really can't go any lower than that, unfortunately, because, yep. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun. That sucks. It don't sound like it fits with the song. Dun 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 dun. You know what? Why don't I save this? Save this. See if it goes with. You know, like sometimes I'll do this. Doesn't fit with the first part, right? Keep it for later. Maybe it'll fit in the second part, or I can just have it there and just base it off the second part. You know. Maybe it'll sound better without, you know. And so we go to find another beat. This is probably going to be like lives. You probably don't want me to have this live stream link, but I think I might do that, you know, just because I've barely done anything with this. So we're going to look at what we can do. Congo's okay. Let's use Rare Congo. I want to see Frog. I want to hear it. Okay. You aren't gonna wait for that song. You aren't gonna wait for this. I don't ever use Rare Pummel. Let's try and use Rare Pummel. Oh, that's why I don't. He has like 3 parts. I don't know. Maybe I can use him. Let's see if we go. We'll see if I can make him do it with. I guess do it with. Rare Noggin. Oh yeah, that sounds good. Alright, let's see how this sounds. Yeah. And we'll see, this is copy and pasting. Copy paste, copy paste, copy paste, copy paste. Alright, let's also do the thing with the Rare Noggin. I like to think that when he does that sound specifically, it's more of like, it sounds more like an instrument than of a drum, you know, a percussion. Just that part in specifically because you know. Now let's see if Vlog can lead up to that part, because I gotta see if they can connect. Yeah, this is really good. I like this so far. I know it's really crappy for you here. I can make it look better now. Alright, finish Vlog. I wanna listen. Hmm. This one's the second part that I've made. Sounds like it's more going direction of like a dojo, and I kind of like that. Don't get me wrong, Vlog sounds good, but I think we could do something else with this. I think, let's see, should I have it in the first part? Here, let's have. I'm gonna hear you. Hmm. No, that's definitely sounding like a second part. Wow, wow, wow. Here, let's go to Vlog. Let's keep him in, but let's have him have like a different part. Wow, wow, or something like, I don't know. Wow, 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 or something like that. I don't know. What's something dojo-y sounding?
Wow.
Wow.
Wow, 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 wow,
Wow, wow, wow, wow, wow.
wow, 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 wow,
Wow, wow, wow, wow, wow.
wow,
Wow, wow,
wow, wow,
wow,
wow,
wow.
wow, 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 wow,
Wow, wow, wow,
wow,
wow, wow.
wow, wow,
Wow, wow,
wow, wow, wow, wow, wow,
wow, wow, wow, wow.
wow, 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 wow,
Here, let's try this.
wow, 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 wow,
Wow, wow, wow, wow.
wow, 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 wow.
Yeah. I think that that works. I think that works for dojo-like. A dojo-like song, I guess. It's not Country though, so dojo. Yeah, that's right. I know of Country World. Wish he would put bios for his monsters. I've seen people make bios for him in the comments. I think that's pretty cool. I don't know why he doesn't do it like Grime, Mantis Boy. I don't know if, I don't, does Quinn do it? I think Quinn does it. But I think he should give his monsters a bio. I think they deserve it.
Wow, 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 wow,
Hmm.
wow, 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 wow,
I
wow,
could see
wow,
this being a
wow, wow,
dojo-like.
wow,
I
wow,
could see this
wow,
being
wow,
dojo-like,
wow, wow, wow,
Like a learning dojo. I like to think of cutscenes that they would have. And then it cuts to that. This is them like training, I guess. I don't know, it's just made me weird, I guess. You see, I think that works. I think that works. Vlog needs a beat, though. He needs... I really want to use Rare Drumple, but I don't think he's gonna sound good. You know, let's use Rare Noggin. Doo. Nope. I don't like... You don't really work. You work as that one... You work as that. You don't work as this... Well... Nope, you don't work as that. Yep, nope, I was wrong. Yep, nope, you don't work as that. Maybe Congo 1? Or Pummel. Maybe it is normal Pummel. Nope. Do 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 do. Do do do. Do do. Ah. You know, maybe I don't like it as a drum. Maybe I like this as a sound. Let's see. Let's see, what does it sound like if I put... Nah. Nah, not a fan of it, really. Now we're back to what we were doing. Finding a beat. I don't use you that often. I don't use Voodoo. I wish I'd line up better. Oh, wait, hold on. Hmm. Hmm. I think that sounds good. Hold on, let's start from the beginning. Yeah, I guess. I might, depending on what I find later, to put in this I'm just looking at how long I've been recording. 34 freaking minutes. Oh my goodness. I cannot believe I've been doing this for 30 freaking 4 minutes. Well, well, now you basically know how I make songs. I just like do whatever, you know. I probably should have ended it like 10 minutes or something like that. Nope, I didn't want to do that. Yeah, my stupid self didn't want to do that. I want to see those songs. This sounds good. I'll probably end it there, maybe. Because it's 35 minutes now.
Wow, 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 wow,
You get a
wow,
sneak peek
wow,
at what my
wow,
next song
wow,
gets to be.
wow, 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 wow,
Yeah,
wow,
that sounds
wow,
good.
wow, 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 wow,
Yeah.
wow, 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 wow,
Mm-hmm.
wow, wow, wow,
Alright,
wow,
get to
wow,
this part.
wow, 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 wow.
There we go. Yeah. Yeah, that works. Yeah, this works. There, you get less lag for a little bit.
Wow, 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 wow.
Yeah, that works. You see? That's how I make a song, you know? I just find what works. I'm not gonna show you the rest of it though, because I'm gonna leave that up to your imagination to find out whether, you know, what the song is gonna be like. Probably won't be long now that I've started to produce. I'll probably have, now that I like it, on the motivation to probably finish it. I mean, I finished most of my songs, unless it's like bad, like borderline, like this is terrible. This doesn't sound good whatsoever. Scrapping this or something, or just like, I'm not interested in whatever. You know, just put it in the bin, or not the bin. Just put it in the bag. Worry about it later. Come back to it another time. You know. This, however, is not going to be that. This is going to be something I'm going to be working on probably this weekend. If depending on how things go, I may really. This will probably be the next song that's released. Because this is gonna be a song. This is not gonna be a jingle. I'm not doing that to this. This sounds too good to be a jingle. It doesn't sound like, oh, da 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 end. It sounds like da 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 continue or something like that. That's just make me silly, but yeah. I am going to leave it up to your imagination to think of what this song is gonna be. This may come out tomorrow. This may come out sometime during next week. It may come out next weekend. I don't know. I don't know myself because well, I do know myself, but I don't know whether when it will come out. You know, it just depends on when I have time and if I have a lot of motivation to finish it or not. It just kind of depends on my mood and everything. And I guess that's kind of what these songs are kind of based off of. It kind of just depends on what I feel like sounds good and what. Oh, since I still have it here for a hot minute, even though it's been 38 minutes now. Um, I, my most viewed video, it's a bit surprising, is actually Psychic Mystery. And I don't really like that song that much, to be honest. The only good thing it's got going for it is the ending part, really, where it does like the Psychic Island part, and it goes like, do, and then it gets louder, basically. It gets another note added to it, and it just goes to do, and that's all really that song got going for it. I don't really like that song that much, but yet it's got 100 something views on it, and it's my most viewed video yet. I'm like, how is this song the most viewed? And you know what I think it is? It's because I called it Psychic Mystery, and that song wasn't relevant to Psychic Island because Psychic Island's been out way longer. I think it was the thumbnail and the title because I called it Psychic Mystery. Because probably a lot of people are going to be looking up what's a psychic mystery or something like that. I don't know. And the thumbnail is exactly like when the MSM, My Singing Monsters, people when they used to stream the monster handlers, just what they're called. When the monster handlers on My Singing Monsters used to stream, um, I think that was one of their stream things. I don't know if that was something they made for the game. It was like, look, Psychic Island, look at this, or we talk about it later. You know, look at this pretty thumbnail. And I use that thumbnail. I think it has the best. I think it was both the thumbnail and the title that got that view, or not that video, a lot of views. And so that was it. What it's honestly not my best work. If you want to know what I think my best work is, it's my very first two videos, mythical or mystical, I forget which one. Mystical or mythical path, Spooky Island. Let's see, what was another good one? Molten Factory. Rocky Lava Lake was good, but it was good because it's based off of a good song, and I played it out really well. I remade it very well in that. Um, let's see, what was? Let me look real quick. Um, you know, let's look at